I don't mean to say this like to be disrespectful, and maybe this is, some people are going to think this sounds dumb, but I feel like there's a deeper reason why,
Yes, of
people
course.
of color and specifically the black community have been relentlessly persecuted. Like, I mean, just the things that happened during slavery alone, like, were insane. But I don't know, the more I learn about black history and the ways that, people who literally worked in the government, like the CIA, all these different people in power were trying to ruin the black community. And it makes me think, dude, I feel like, is there something more going on here than just racism? Because it's like, come on, you're telling me you're doing all of this stuff just because you don't like someone's skin color? I feel like, what if, I have this theory that, like, what if black people have some type of superpower? Like, what if they have, I don't know, if they're just born with something very valuable that we don't really know about, but maybe, like I said, these rich people and these people in power, maybe they figured it out a long time ago, and maybe that's why they were like, oh, we have to, like, get rid of them, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I feel like maybe they have something special that we are not taught about that is linked to them being people of color, And I've seen some black creators come on here and try to explain how special it is to have melanin in your skin and how it has all these different properties. But I don't know. I just feel like I have this theory that this goes so much deeper than maybe a lot of us realize, because I'm sorry, but I don't think you're going to go out of your way for all these hundreds and hundreds of years to try to ruin one group of people over something as silly as, oh, their skin is a different color. Like, I feel like there's something that we don't know. I'm telling you, there's something special about them that they don't want us to know. Okay, this is just something that I've been thinking about recently, and I'm like, maybe if there's some black creators that maybe they already...
All right. First and foremost, I'm going to say, praises be to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem Rakal, Kokodash. Then I'm going to say double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to the sincere elect teaching the truth and faith and sincerity. Quick topic I want to speak on is based here on this video over here. It was sent to me by a brother. And it says, white woman says she believes white people's hate for black people runs deeper than just racism. Calls it something more personal and embedded. Obviously this lady here appears to be so-called white. I believe, just from her vibe and what she's saying, I believe she could be, like an Israelite, but where she's from doesn't matter. She is the face of someone who's so-called white. Which, pardon me, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm just about to get prepared for the plantation. Now, yeah, again, she looks quote unquote white, but I believe that this lady here, man, like an Israelite. But even if she's not, what she's saying is spiritual. What she's saying is spiritual. Now, could she have watched a video, of this, word and truth, and maybe tried to make it seem as if this is just what's coming on her mind? Maybe, but whether it is or it isn't, what she's saying is absolutely right. It does run deeper than the skin, and this is something that we speak about all the time. This is something that we speak about all the time, like the tension and hate and the tension and hate and uh enmity, right, that runs between, you know, the so-called Negro man and white man, right? It is deeper than a person's skin tone. You know, it's deeper than that. And when we say it's deeper than that, it's spiritual. And when we say spiritual, it's because the so-called people that call themselves white, that seed goes back to the man. You know what I mean? Esau. These so-called white people, again, whose seed goes back onto Esau. They are the biblical Edomites. They are the biblical Edomites. And the so-called, what I mean, black man, so-called um, uh, American Negro is the head tribe of the 12 tribes of Israel, which is the tribe of Judah. But the 12 tribes of Israel are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and their seed that is scattered. But the head tribe of the 12 tribes of Israel is the tribe of Judah, which is why they, get the brunt of the hate from Esau, which is a so-called white man. You see? But everything she's gonna say here in this clip, which I already played it at the start of the video, but I'm gonna play it again and comb through the video and bring out scriptures, is absolutely true. So before I do, I can get Genesis 25 and 25, but I'm gonna start with the Genesis 3 and 15, and I'll put enmity, right, which is, let's go into that word, enmity, and that goes back to the Hebrew word ayaba. It says enmity, hostility, hatred. You see that hate. Now here is talking to the serpent, but as you know, that applied into to a man. With that serpentine character, man, which was Esau in spirit, right? And it says, and I'll put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. All right, so that basically hatred, right, between the seeds was in spirit talking about that hatred between this seed of the righteous and the seed of the wicked, which later on came back as Esau and Jacob. Like even in spirit, Cain and Abel, that was that same, a spirit, that same spirit of Cain and Abel later on came back as Esau and Jacob, man. You see, you know, You know what I mean? And it's like that hate that made him kill his own brother, right? And his offering was accepted. That's that same hate that came with um uh when that birthright got taken, man. You see, you know, Cain killed Abel. You know what I mean? And like in the spirit, man, even Esau, when his birthright got taken away, he said, "What the days of my mourning, the days of mourning for my father, I hand." Then he am going kill his own brother, man. You see, and that's that same spirit, you know. And really, man, all these elites and stuff, right? They know that they are like of the house of Esau, and that we are the 12 tribes of Israel, and they're basically trying to artificially kind of engineer and get their birthright back. So that's why all that hate and tension takes place between these two groups, because it's a spiritual thing. We're the Israelites. We're the seed of the righteous, and they are the seed of like of the wicked. You know, this is Ecclesiasticus, right? It says 2 and 2. Ecclesiasticus. I know it's Ecclesiasticus 33, but I just like going straight to the verse. Yeah, this is Ecclesiasticus. We'll start from 33 and 10 on down. All men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge, the Lord have divided them and made their ways diverse. Yeah, because that's what people like to say. Aren't we all sons of Adam? But you know what? The Lord separated everybody, man. Some of them have he blessed and exalted, and some of them he sanctified and set near himself. But some of them have he cursed and brought low and turned out their places. Yeah, those that were holy and set apart are the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Right, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and their seed scattered. Right, but those that he have cursed and brought low, right? The scripture calls the seed of the wicked, which is the seed of Esau, right? It calls in the people of his curse, man. You see, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render them to render to them as liketh him best. Yeah, you know, as Jacob is the seed of those that he loves, Esau is the seed of those that he hates, man. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are 2 and 2, one against another, right? Yeah. So you got the seed of the righteous, you got the seed of the wicked, man. All right. And you know, those that are blessed, which is the seed of Israel, the people of his curse, which is Esau, man, which is Edom. Like, and ever since our forefather supplanting that birthright and the blessing, which really in spirit always was his anyway. They've been trying to get that birthright back, and these top elites know that they are the Edomites and that we're the Israelites, and even like all these other like Edomites upon earth that just in their spirit can't stand Jake. It's really something that's in their spirit. It's instinctive. That hate and that tension between Israel and Jacob, Esau and Jacob, is instinctive. You know what I mean? You can bring one Edomite like in a room with a Jake, and they may talk and try and pretend they're cool, but deep down, each party in their soul knows that something ain't right here. It's something that's in our spirits. We may try and work and be cool and that, but you might even hold the door kind of open for Edomite or vice versa. But guess what? In each other's spirits, you feel that tension, and because that tension runs deep, bro. Right? That's thousands of years of history. You see? And really in spirit, if you know the scriptures, you know that this tension was really set up from the foundation of the earth. So I mean, I already played the clip at the start of the video, but let me play it here and go for it.
I don't mean to say this to be disrespectful, and maybe some people are gonna think this sounds dumb, but I feel like there's a deeper reason why people of color and specifically the Black community have been relentlessly persecuted. Just the things that happened during slavery.
Yeah, and she's right. Bro, like your problems and issues or whatever you're going through, Esau, that ain't happening because you're a black man. Because think about it. Why does the like real hermetic, obviously our people been scattered across all nations. Why is it that other dark nations that are not Israelites, the true the real Sudanese Hamites and stuff, right? These Somalians, which again we know how people have been scattered, but I'm just gonna use them as an example. These people, they know that there's a difference. I mean, I've personally spoken to Somalians and people of other nations that's dark too, and they know in their spirit that the so-called Negro, like in America, or the Caribbean man, or the West African man, which a bulk of them are part of the 12 tribes of Israel, they know that there's a difference. They know there's a difference. They even avoid their daughters mixing with Jake or whatever it is, because in spirit they know there's a difference. There's other dark nations that's persecuted by Esau, right? But even those other nations that are persecuted by Esau, they know that they're better than Jake, and it's instinctive. Because everybody, whether they know it or not, is affected by this truth. Because this truth is real. This truth is real life. You see? Let's keep going. Gotta get ready for the plantation.
Community have been relentlessly persecuted. The things that happened during slavery alone, were insane. But I don't know, the more I learn about Black history and the ways that people who literally worked in the government, like the CIA, all these different people in power were trying to ruin the Black community. And it makes me think, dude, I feel like, is there something more going on here than just racism? Because it's like, come on, you're telling me you're doing all of this stuff just because you don't like someone's skin color? I feel like, I have this theory that, like, what if Black people have some type of superpower? Like, what if they have, I don't know, if they're just born with something very valuable that we don't really know about, but maybe, like I said, these rich people and these people in power, maybe they figured it out a long time ago, and maybe that's why they were like, oh, we have to, like, get rid of them, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I feel like maybe they have some.
And that's true. They know. These elites know. Right? If we on the side of righteousness know, now where the Israelites, they know. You know what I mean? And you could argue they even knew even right before us. In that interview, Minor Knox, the master plan of the Illuminated Rothschilds, it says the Rothschilds know that they are of the house of Esau. They know. They do know. They definitely know. They know that they are of the house of Esau, man. That's something they just know,
Something special that we are not taught about that is linked to them being people of color, And I've seen some Black creators come on here and try to explain how special it is to have melanin in your skin and how it...
And it's deeper than the melanin. It's a spiritual thing. Because guess what? Other nations have melanin too. But don't go through the same thing as Jake, because it's deeper than the skin. Remember, all nations have melanin in some way. It's just the only one who's an exception is Esau, which is the people of his curse. Now, of course, the Israelites are scattered amongst all nations. You have Israelites that look white. But guess what, man? You even have white Israelites, like as in people who are the 12 tribes of Israel that look white, that are scattered through other nations that go through the curses too. Yeah, in some ways, some of them that have the white flesh may not go through certain troubles as dark skin Jake or whatever, in terms of being called a nigger and called certain names, but the day in their own right, let's say you're Scottish, Irish, whatever it is, they still go through the curses in their own ways, man. Right? That's the scripture says that how these curses shall pursue thee, man. You see? Let's keep going, and then I'll bring out some more scriptures.
It has all these different properties, but I don't know. I just feel like I have this theory that this goes so much deeper than maybe a lot of us realize, because I'm sorry, but I don't think you're going to go out of your way for all these hundreds and hundreds of years to try to ruin one group of people over something as silly as, oh, their skin is a different color. Like, I feel like there's something that we don't know.
Yep, which is spiritual. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the 12 tribes of Israel.
I'm telling you, there's something special about them that they don't want us to know.
Yeah, the special people. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, are the Israelites. Right? And that hatred that happens between us is because of that we was just made to be, against each other. And they're in spirit, starting off with his elites, trying to get that birthright back.
Okay, this is just something that I've been thinking about recently, and I'm like, maybe if there's some Black creators that maybe they already...
Yeah. So the point that she made was just there. This is Genesis 25, right? and 25. This is speaking about when they was in the womb. This is Genesis 25, and let me start with 21. All right, Genesis 25 and 21, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebecca, his wife, conceived, right, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, "If it be so, why am I thus?" And she went to inquire of the Lord. So there was a fight taking place in her womb, man. And she starting off with my husband, man. They had to go and get like an answer of the Lord, man, through I mean the prophet, man, right? And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in that womb. So when it says two nations are in that womb, man, what does it mean? That these two seeds that are about to be born, right, are the forefathers of two major nations. The one nation being the nation of the righteous, the other nation being the nation of the wicked. Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Pardon me. Right, it says, and the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall serve. Two nations are in thy womb, two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So instantly, that tension and that back and forth, man, is mentioned, man. It's set that the two manner of people shall be separated from their bowels, and one people shall serve the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger, man. And that's exactly that, right? The one that came first, man, is Esau. The one that came after, man, is Jacob. And it was separated from the bowels, man. Two different spirits and two different, basically, even though they came off the same seed line in terms of their father, the Lord separated them, man. Made them two forefathers of nations, man. Right? And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. The first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And Esau, man, is Edom, the father of the Edomites, man. You know what I mean? And it didn't come out red and hairy. Garments were obviously, dyed. So it was comparing his flesh, because he came out with no pigment. He was the first man that was born that way, because Cain got cursed and it was stripped away from him. But it's the first man that was actually born this way, man. Which means wasted away is he. And after that came his brother Rab, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name is called Jacob. And Isaac was 60 years old when she bare him. So, the number two that was born, man, is Jacob, man. He was pulling down Esau's heel, which is just a sign in the future of them, of us taking him out of power, man. Right? Like these two are truly main characters. Right? This is Genesis, the 27th chapter, and a big event takes place when that birthright and blessing is confirmed. And really, this really happened because it was supposed to happen. The Lord made it where the story panned out where he supplanted his brother for his birthright and blessing. But in spirit, it was always his anyway. This is Genesis 27, all right, and I'm gonna start from 33. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, Who, where is he that I've taken the venison and brought it to me? And I've eaten all of it before thou camest, and blessed him, yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great voice, and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and have taken away thy blessing. And he said, Is he not rightly named Jacob? Yeah, because he's like, oh man, this guy came, supplanted me. But really, like if Esau kept it real, he agreed for his brother to, take that birthright and blessing, man. And he said, Is he not rightly named Jacob? For he have supplanted me these 2 times, and he took away my birthright, and behold, now he have taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou reserved the blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord. So at that point, it was confirmed what the scripture already prophesied. The elder shall serve the younger. And all his brethren have I given unto him for servants, and corn and wine have I sustained. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me even also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. So his father explained to him, look, man, like it's already done. But still, he was asking for a blessing, right? And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live. Yeah, because Jacob got blessed too with the fatness of the earth. But when it came to Esau's blessing, it said, you're going to get the fatness of the earth, but it's going to come through the sword. And that's why Esau is a murderer, man. No, he's basically a traveling sword in the earth, bringing much death and destruction and evil. Because by thy sword shalt thou live. And it came to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck, which took place right after the time of King David and King Solomon, man, during the time of Rehoboam and the split, And it says, and Esau, which is, here's a key word, point, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, and I will slay my brother Jacob. Now, he wasn't able to kill his brother. as he was able to during the time of Cain and Abel, which the Lord brought back Abel and Seth to continue that righteous, seed in that righteous storyline. But the point of all this was the hate for Jacob was embedded in the spirit of Esau, man. From when they came out of the womb, and it was even confirmed here through, like after his birthright, his blessing, was taken, man. And that's something that's in the spirit of Esau, that's in their vibration. They can't help it. And it all goes back onto this point, onto this time. The days of mourning for my father at hand, and then I'll slay my brother Jacob. So that's why, throughout earth and throughout history, there's always that tension between these two groups of people, because this is, prophesied in the scriptures, man. Two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, man, and one people shall be stronger than the other people. And it's like, especially with these elites, they know the story, man. They know that they're of the house of Esau and we're the house of Jacob. They know what happened exactly. And that hatred and tension is just in their spirit, man, because of what happened back then, all that long time ago. And that's why to this day, starting off, with his elites, they've tried to exterminate, us as a people. But they simply can't, And the tribe of Judah obviously bears the brunt of it. But, all, the Hispanics, Latin Americans, Native Americans, even Jake that's scattered, but really they actually can't destroy the whole seed of Israel, because the Lord has simply not given them the power to do that, man. But it just ties onto the point, man. It really all goes back onto this point, abomination to the wicked. This is Proverbs 15:9. The way of the wicked. This is Proverbs 29:27. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright is an abomination to the wicked. Now, obviously, we have a lot of our nation. Our nation, like in general, we obviously do wickedness, but as a seed, we are the seed of the righteous, right? And Esau is the seed of the wicked, and it's like, even though we're under the curses and we do make mistakes and we sin and go off, we're still the seed of the righteous, and they are the seed of the wicked, and we just can't vibe. We can't get along. That hate and that tension is always there, simply because it was made to be that way. So yes, what that lady's saying is true. It's deeper than just the skin, right? It's because guess what? You got Israelites that look like other nations anyway, so it is truly deeper than the skin. You see, it's real. Let's what's this? Amos, spoke about can two walk together except that they be agreed. Like, and as a nation, we don't. One is the seed of the righteous, and one is the seed of the wicked, man. And they're just not on the same page. So that's why Jake tries hard to try and love Esau and love him and all of that. But Esau, ain't showing that love back, because guess what? We're supposed to be separate. One is the seed of the righteous and one is the seed of the wicked, man. But hey, the point that this lady made was truly true. It is deeper than a skin. You know what I mean? And it goes back, from the foundation of the earth, man. But yeah, man, I could go a bit more into this topic, but I have to get ready to go to the plantation. I hope and pray it was an edifying video. With that, I'm saying praises be to Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shalom, Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and others of it. Until next time, we're going to say Shalom.